We're Ted, Tanner, and Jeff, and we're the crew of Plan C. We have recently bought and begun renovating a 45-foot sailboat in order to see the world. We sold everything and left our old lives behind just to get to this point. Now we're nearly out of the harbor. With about a month left of boat projects, we begin this week by repairing our broken boom-vang and refurbishing some old winches. All right, making our way to the boatyard today. Who's excited?
I am.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yep.
You excited for
Yeah,
more boat
it's
work?
gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, dude.
I've been up all night.
Thinking about it, just waiting. Starting month 3 of boat work now. All right, since last episode, we got some of the wires through the cockpit for the solar panels. My father's gonna go ahead and wire those up because that's only a one-person job. And me and Jeff are gonna take a look at some of the winches on the mast because I believe 1 or 2 of them aren't functioning as properly as they should be. So we're gonna see if we can take that apart and fix it.
Let's do it. I'm ready. I'm feeling motivated today. Let's do it. Yeah.
We'll try and scrub some of it off.
Well, that's just.
Oh, I see what you mean. If you guys have a way for us to clean this up and re-chrome it, let us know. All right, in order to take these winches off, there's a little piece right in here, this little collar that's kind of a spring, but also a locking mechanism so this doesn't come out. And pull it off. There you go. Easy as that. You can see it's got the Allen heads on here, all of the bearings. We've got a pin in here. We've never taken this one apart, only the self-tailing winches, so this is gonna be new for us. Me and Jeff are gonna get more mineral spirits so we can actually clean the winch. So we're going to the boat store on site. Check this thing out. That sucks. No mast on it. Of course, you gotta pay tribute to the boatyard kitty. Make sure he gets his pets. We named him Oliver.
Well, good morning. Wanted to give a quick shout out to Jim at SVC Ductress for one of his comments about our boom-vang. When the topping lift broke, he said that boom-vang should have held the boom in place, and he's absolutely right. What we realized was the boom-vang block and tackle was not hooked up. It's not a pneumatic boom-vang. It's a manual boom-vang with a big spring. So we're going to hook that up today and let it do its job. All right, after looking at our boom-vang a little closer, I think I'm going to take it completely off and rebuild it. There's a large spring inside there that's got a lot of rust. So we're going to clean it up and doob it up. As is typical with an older boat and older equipment, we've got some issues trying to remove a stainless steel screw that's screwed directly into solid aluminum and just galvanic bond. It's welded in there good, so I'm gonna have to cut it and drill it and all that fun stuff. And as you can see, this flathead screw right here is locked in tight, and the more torque I put on it, the more it's just breaking apart. And you can see where this is the second set of screws that was put in. This was the original spot where you can see a bolts are already broken off. All right, got it apart. Now I'm going to use a little wire brush contraption on the end of the drill to try to clean out the inside of the aluminum tubing. Mineral spirits acquired. Let's finish up that project.
All right, this 3-speed cap also has a locking mechanism inside of it. That is important. The self-tailing winches don't have that, so we're gonna have to investigate this as well. Go ahead and clean it up too. Now that the top cap is off, we're gonna go ahead and take the rest of it completely off with the Allens, take it off of the mast, bring it to the cockpit, service it, clean it, re-grease it, and then put it back on. Yep, there we go.
All right, guys, we got a little workbench set up here with all of our stuff. We're going to go ahead and service a couple winches today.
Okay, gang, we're gonna go ahead and clean the top cap first and then move our way down. Me and Jeff took the dogs out and re-greased them for the top cap. We're gonna throw it in the reassembly bin and move on. As you can see, there's a pin right there that Jeff is grabbing. We're gonna go ahead and take that out, set it aside to clean. And there's a cap on top of that. I'm gonna take that out, set it aside to clean. Take first bearing out, set that aside. I'm gonna take the other spacer and other bearing off of that and go ahead and clean it. Now that we have all of those out, we can go ahead and start cleaning them and then move to the gears. We've done a few other winches back here. If you guys want to see us do that, link is in the description. Again, I'm sure everyone's getting pretty tired of us fixing winches, so we're just gonna kind of breeze through the process of cleaning it, show you all the parts and the end result. Compared to the other winches, these pins actually come out relatively easily. We're gonna go ahead and clean all of these also, get all the crud out of them, re-grease them. All of the bearings nice and greased up, packed with grease in the reassembly bin. Right now we're just going through each of the parts, cleaning them, greasing the necessary areas like the gears, and then putting oil back into the dogs so they can move properly. Now that these two mechanisms are in place, we go ahead and put the collar back on, if you would do that. And there we go. Now it's time to put the third one in.
Last set of gears going in here.
Alright, first there's a circular flat piece that glides along on the bearings. And you put the first bearing on, then the spacer, then the next bearing. Put that cap on it. Put the pin right through. Now that we have all of this, we can go ahead and mount it back up on the mast and then put the cap and shell back on. Right there.
There it goes.
Yeah, that's it. Now that we have the first bolt in, it's time to do the rest of them and throw it back together. And while the shell is off, we're gonna go ahead and grease the gears while I turn it and Jeff throws grease on it. Jeff's gonna go ahead and throw on the outer shell. Very nice. All right, we have the cap in now. And last but not least, this pesky little thing is a pain in the butt cheeks to get on. The outer drum is secure. We got that little piece on. It took a minute, but I'll let Jeffrey do the honors.
Yeah, that works.
Nice.
We decided to do the winch on the other side as well, but we didn't record that.
Alright, let's give her a test.
Uncle Jeff. Alright, that's 1 speed. That's 2 speed. That's 3 speed.
Right.
As our list dwindles down on the things we have to complete before getting in the water, I think everybody's getting a little anxious but also excited. We're slowly checking off 1 page of a list of things that we have left to do. That includes getting the boom-vang back in working order so that the topping lift doesn't really need to carry all of the weight of the boom. My father's working on that right now. Me and Jeff are gonna finish putting the diesel fill hose back on and getting another one of the winches in the cockpit ready to go, cleaned and repacked with grease. We're getting close. Quite frankly, I'm ready to leave this boat yard. I think they are too.
All right, using the improvised cleaning rod for the inside of our boom-vang. I'll let you take a look at how it turned out. Okay, I just made up a new steel cable, a wire rope assembly for the boom-vang. So I'm getting ready to install that and put it back together. Going to be putting together the inside first, which is this sleeve with a pulley, and it will also anchor an end of the wire rope here. Then we'll work on the outside piece. right, got the boom-vang completely installed. It's working great. It'll hold the weight of the boom all the way up by itself. We left the topping lift, at least a temporary one, on there just for an extra measure of safety, but things are working the way they're supposed to, so one more item off the list.
You guys may not know this, but I'm a bit of a heavy metal fan. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for me to go get the diesel fill hose. Should be a quick install. Should be. Let's do it. All right. Okay. This is the diesel fill hose right here. This is the cap that we installed. I just managed to get it up, around, and over the bottom of this cap, so all I have to do is push it upwards, obviously more than that, and then bring the hose clamp, 1 or 2 hose clamps up around it. Once it's up here, tighten it very tight, and that should be all done. So pretty quick install. As you can see, got it on the diesel fill cap. Hose clamp is extremely tight around it. We're good to go. After we got the winches cleaned and the boom-vang fixed, it was now time to hook up our solar panels.
Alright guys, what we did is use the twine here to go ahead and fish our wire for the solar panels, our power wire up. Fished it all the way through. You can kind of see it laying there. Up. And then around back through here. And then we'll go ahead and connect it obviously to our frame here and then all the way around.
Working on putting a cable pass through on the back of the boat, cover up where the wires are, seal it up nice. Oh yeah, yeah.
That looks nice there, bud.
Oh sure, you betcha. Thanks sir, Tanner. Butter up nice and close to the top there, you know. Alright, sorry Jeff, take it back off. Yep, Tanner was correct.
My bad. Thought you guys... I just assumed you guys knew that you were doing it wrong. If you saw those splines right there, those have a rubber piece in the middle that when you screw this on, those splines push down onto the rubber and create a watertight seal.
You can see this is unraveling, much like my sanity.
Come here.
Come in, kid.
You kid, come in.
92.7.
That looks sick.
2-1 stitches.
Alright, I'm gonna do it like this, guys, so I don't hurt myself. Poo-poo cock-a-doo-doo. Should have had my damn reading glasses on, dadgummit.
What the hell was that?
No, we're not pulling all that off. Just cut it down to here and splice it up there.
No.
Splice it up there.
Negative. We don't need both wires out that far. One's going to be a short wire, so we're going to pull the extra through.
Sorry.
So we just
It was like an elephant fart, you hear?
so we just put all that black shit on there for nothing.
Yeah, I know, it's a lot
Spent
of work.
15 minutes putting that on there.
It took you 30 seconds.
Right, let's do
Why
it.
can you just run both wires?
Nope.
Why you
Nope.
completely separate?
Nope.
Alright, we're running wires to the positive and the negative on each solar panel. Wires are getting zip tied up the solar arch. It's super easy to do. I don't know why he's struggling with it.
You know why? That's why.
Oh,
That's why.
critical pocket failure. After zip tying it up and down about 6 separate times, we now have the correct length. Now we're gonna go ahead and attach the male end of the solar panel connector onto the wires and wire all these babies up. First step for applying these solar connectors is to take a 1/4 inch of sheathing off of the wire. Once you have that, go ahead and take apart the male connector or female connector and slide it on the correct way. Once you put that on and get it out, go ahead and put it in the crimp connector. Crimp it to the appropriate size.
That's plenty good. Give it a pull,
Yep.
make sure it's tight.
Once you have that, go ahead and plug it into the male connector. It should lock in place, so make sure you have it correctly. Just like that. Then go ahead and slide up the plastic splines and the rubber fitting and the final screw-on cap. Tighten it down. It should be a waterproof seal. Now go ahead and let's plug it in. Go for it.
Nice.
Perfect. It's time for the female side. Going up right there. Nice and clean. Then we'll go ahead and zip tie all of this yet again and make sure it's good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now working on the last and final solar connector. Obviously we haven't cut the zip ties yet, but they're running up the solar arch very nicely.
All right, now it's time to plug the plugs into the solar system and check for fittage.
That's fine. Nice.
Actually, you've probably done that in real life in bed.
What? I am getting ready to wire up the internal part of our solar array.
Stop looking at me.
We have a MPPT solar charge controller, 60 amp, which we won't be going quite near that, but it'll be sufficient for all our solar panels. All right, because the solar panels always have electricity flowing through them when the sun's out, first thing we're gonna do is tie both of them into these manual fuses, but they're also manual disconnect. So you just push the button and it pops them apart, so we can turn off the power coming in.
Look at this.
Now that we have the breakers connected to the positives, we're going to go ahead and run the negatives to a bus bar and then run all of that to the solar controller. As you can see, the first bus bar is on. Time to put on the second positive bus bar. We just finished creating the wires that are going to go to the positive bus bar using our crimper and some heat shrinks and the correct appropriate sized wire. And for the wire that's going to the charge controller, we're going to be using double the thickness of the wires that are coming to the positive bus bar so that it can handle the amperage. So hungry. They don't feed me. They don't feed me anything. We had chips and cereal. As you can see, the breaker is in. Everything is hooked up to the solar controller. These caps are on and it looks a little disorganized at the moment, but it looks nice. We're going to go ahead and put the final solar controller cap on, turn it on, plug the solar panels in, test everything, and see how it works. For it. Oh, I got lights. Booting up. Please wait. Did we plug them in yet?
We can plug them in outside.
Oh, let's plug them in.
Yeah.
Come on, camera. Help me
Come on, gang. Oh my gosh, is the sun actually setting at the boatyard? We've been here that long?
It feels nice now.
It does. It feels cool. Nice summer breeze.
Summer breeze.
Makes me feel fine.
Ready?
Jeff, you get the screen.
Oh, look at that! 20 volts coming in.
Nice.
And
One.
number 2.
20 amps, 23.7 volts, and it's in the evening and the sun is setting at the moment. Good job, gentlemen. Okay. Dude, manly fist bump. Nice!
Whoa.
Come here. Come back. You look like you're from Cyberpunk. You're so
I'll
bright.
be the only dry one.
You're so bright. I wasn't expecting full foul weather gear at 9 o'clock at night. Yesterday we got the solar panels working and functioning. They're bringing in about 20 amps of raw sheer sunlight power. But we're gonna work on some other small projects today. So we discovered yesterday that this winch is broken. So we're gonna have to take it off, but it's through bolted to the mast. So we have to take this panel out and figure out how to take this off. And we're ordering a new one so that we can replace it and actually have a working winch. Other than that, I believe most of the winches are done. we can move on past the whole winch cleaning bonanza and just focus on the other projects that we have to do. Exciting stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Got the panel off. Came off pretty easily, actually. You can see there's a wasp nest in there, or a mud hornet in there. That's unfortunate because you can't see any of the bolts. So that's really cool. These are either through bolted and we can't see the through bolts, or these are screwed in and they're extremely hard to unscrew. Either way, this is gonna be more of a project than we had hoped. We used our handy friend ChatGPT to see if these are through bolted. They are not. It said that these models, late 70s, are most likely just tapped and screwed in, but since it's stainless into aluminum, it's gonna be a very heavy, that galvanic bond that makes it almost impossible to turn. So we've been using the blowtorch with propane in it for heat, trying to heat it up. Since they're two different metals, they'll expand and contract from the heat at different rates, hopefully breaking that seal between the metals. And then we can screw them loose. And instead of using a screwdriver, I know I'm talking a lot, instead of using a screwdriver, we're gonna go ahead and use a torque wrench and put a flathead Phillips in it and use that and see if that will work. So heat did not work, and we tried heating it up, pouring water on it to shock it. That did not work. So we're going to the next best option, which is using an impact on it to try and take the screws off. And if not, we're just going to cut around the screws and try and take the whole winch housing off, and then see if we can get the screws out then. It's breaking the bit.
Yeah, I did break the bit.
Broke the bit, but not to worry.
Yeah, figured that would happen.
Plan B.
We are getting a cut through that.
We're gonna try and pop this piece of brass off to get access to the screws. There you go. Since we don't have an address, we're getting the new winch shipped to the actual yard itself. Should be here relatively quickly.
At least we have something to work with now, right?
We're gonna try heat one more time. We managed to get a single one out. So now at least we can see the depth at which we need to go with these screws, and they are not through bolted, which is a very good sign. They're just tapped into this plate. Obviously the rest of them are welded in there pretty much, but it looks like this has been done before, and whoever redid it messed it up and bent the whole thing and torqued it down too much. So we're gonna have to do some work to this plate, get it ready to put a new winch on, and we're gonna clean up really quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and sand this down, get it prepped. As you can see, this is a machined piece of aluminum, completely flat. All we have to do now is get the new winch. We're either gonna get some JB Welder epoxy paste and put it on the base once we put the winch on to take up some of the space and make sure it's completely flat. All we have to do right now is wait for the winch to come in, seal this up with some tape, and call it a day for this project. Me and Jeff are in the engine room at the moment. We're looking at the generator serpentine belt. As if you can see, there's black dust everywhere. We're analyzing it to see if there's anything rubbing up against it, or if that's just old wear and tear. We want to make sure that the belt is working properly. Obviously, we're looking for alignment, looking for anything sharp, out of the ordinary, something too tight or too loose. But we're going to continue to take a look. Guess who hit his head on the solar panel?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Nope.
Really? I do. Yes, we will be adding cushions onto the corners of the solar panels so this does not happen again.
Yes.
Right now we just have foam padding from the solar panel boxes that we just set up there for time being, but we will get like a black pool noodle or something and get it up there and do it right. We just put up an antenna for the VHF radio, just a standard 8-foot Shakespeare antenna. We're just doing some minor projects right now. Got these bad boys on so Ted man doesn't hurt his head again. All right, we attempted to take this off many times, but the only real reason we were going to is so we could make it look how it is right now. So we just decided we're gonna do it with it on the shaft and just replace everything that we needed to replace and put it back together. We got a new zinc fitting, it looks shiny. We got a new prop nut and a zinc for that, and the spurs or the rope cutters, so we are good to go. Looks like our prop spur project turned out very well. Putting the prop nut on right now. We're leaving off the zinc until we can get one that actually fits properly. So this will be the last bit for this new shiny propeller. Got the spurs on, prop clean, prop nut. All we need is the zinc. We're gonna count this project as done.
If you guys are enjoying the boat restoration, then please subscribe and join us next week for more wiring projects as we're counting down the last month before we finally make our way to the Bahamas. I know it's mostly mundane boat repairs right now, but I promise in the next month or so, things will start to get interesting. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next week. If you guys want to watch some more of our videos, go ahead and click here, and if you want to watch us from the beginning, go ahead and click here.